whiskey barrel, the other round my team.
What's going on? Who's with me? What's up, Big Daddy? Santa J? Pete's Q? How you guys doing? This is Dino Dan. I'm here. Just finishing off this corn. And I got some carne asada I'm gonna slap on here. Doing a little Santa Maria style. Got a PK grill with a Santa Maria attachment. Just gonna char this corn up a little bit. It's been sitting on here for about 45 minutes, just rotating. Here's a little tip. You could buy some ghee spray. Bam. Just add a little of that. Corn will be nice and buttery. We cooked some of this corn yesterday. It was really sweet, so just hoping the extra time on the grill will help push some of them starches out and get it flavorful. Like I said, they've probably been on about 45 minutes. Then I have some carne asada I'm going to slap on here. Just kind of taking it easy today. Had a busy day yesterday at the church, and this morning had another busy morning, just doing some church stuff. So, pretty good seasoning here if you can find it. Susie Q. I got this up at a Smart and Final up in Simi Valley. They don't sell it at my local Smart and Final, so that one's looking good. This one needs a little more time. But anyhow, just easy Sunday morning, you know. Right? Just like the song. It's easy like Sunday morning. Yesterday, like I said, it came out a little on the starchy side. I'm by no means a corn expert when it comes to cooking corn, so. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's still really sweet, though. Come by for a piece of corn, Jay. We're ready now. That ghee spray really helps. It's not 100% ghee, but it's actually a really good barbecue tool. Yesterday we were trying to use some fake butter somebody brought down at the campsite. Maybe it's just the time of year that the corn tastes really starchy. But it is sweet, so. Just cooking this thing over open fire. It's pretty warm out today. Not bad, not bad. I'm going to get started on some carne asada. For that, I'm going to stoke my coals a little bit. Get a little bit more heat distribution. What I basically have in there right now is a big piece of wood. I actually used it in a smoker and it kind of turned into coal on me. So I'm going to run that. I'm going to run some simple oak wood. Let me help you guys out, okay? I know everybody's afraid of these, you know, because somebody was using a very old one, a bristle came off, they ingested it. Look, people, you see that? That's still in good shape, okay? When I'm done using these, typically I'll dip them in some water and I'll get all the extra gunk out of there. Keep these in good shape. They're fine. Don't be afraid of them. You see that they're way out of shape and they need to be thrown away, throw them away. But I don't know why everybody makes a big deal out of somebody that was using something improperly, and now they want to throw the whole baby out with the bathwater. Come on. Let's use our heads a little bit. What I'm going to do here is put that there. That wood's pretty dry. Had this oak for a couple years now, so I could get pretty good burn out of it. Probably not as good for smoking with, but basically want to get that sucker in position to catch fire. This is a carne asada. I didn't get much marinade time on it, but it is kind of thick, so I'm going to let some of the smoke get on there. I'm going to let... Sometimes my routes will sell this stuff really thick, and it's awesome. It's almost like a steak. So right now it's on sale, $5.99. $5.99 is a great price for some carne asada at Ralph's. I buy my own marinade, of course. I usually buy the Chef Burritos marinade. I enjoy it. I enjoy the flavors it produces, the color, everything. just gonna cook this like a steak. There we go. Got some heat going on now. Simple cook. Not too technical. This stuff is marbled really well, so I'm not afraid of drying it out. Seems like sometimes the carne they get over there at Ralph's is pretty close to prime as far as the marbling goes. But I want the thicker side towards the middle here, where I got a lot of the thicker, more heat towards the center of that. What I'll do when this is finished, you can see the grains really well. So a lot of times I'll cut them this way once in half, and then I'll cut cross grain, and that'll help with tenderness, presentation, stuff like that. Everybody knows if you cut your meat cross grain, it's always going to help with tenderness. So that's always a good thing. Anytime you can come in closer, anytime you can help with tenderness, it's a good thing. Maybe an hour marinade on this. Maybe an hour. Some of that corn husk hair. Which in a pinch, that's fine. In a pinch, that's fine. Preferably overnight. A good 8 to 12 hour marinade is, especially something this thick, is what's preferred, but I didn't have that kind of time. Wasn't thinking that far ahead. I make sure it's laid out flat. Sometimes the carne asada is like folded, so just make sure that's laid out kind of flat and see if I can get some LA family on here. Oh, what's up, Chris? Chris was here. What's up, man? Juan. What's up, Backyard Barbecue Paradise? How you doing, man? Want to jump on? Discuss some carne asada? You can tell me how you like yours. If you want to jump on the feed, let me know. Good, bro. Good. Any day cooking carne asada, I'm good. Yeah, a lot of people think you need a huge fire to do the Santa Maria, and you don't. You don't need a huge fire. I've been learning that more and more. You need a controlled fire. You just put some ribs on. Nice. Want to jump on the feed and we could discuss what you like to do with your ribs? Let me know, bro. You want a controlled fire, not necessarily a big fire. Controlled fire is going to give you the temperature you want, where you want. And it's going to give you a little bit of a retreat zone. So if things get hot, you have a place to go to. Whoa. You have a place to go to if things get too hot, you know. So like right now, I could see just by the way this is cooking, it's not quite going to give me the color I want in the meat. So I'm going to go down a couple levels. And I'm going to start getting some nice char, nice color. And I'm going to finish this meat off like that. You can hear it start to really sizzle now. We're getting some good, I'm going to get some good char here. Keep an eye on it, you know, don't be afraid to keep an eye on the color of your meat. A lot of people are like, well, if you gotta flip your meat more than once, you're not doing it right. Well, I prefer to flip it more than once and get the color I want over anything else. Definitely going to get the color I want on these. And again, it is beef. It's definitely going to be cooked to a doneness I prefer. Definitely clean fire. Stupid Ryan. Let's bring Ryan on. Come on now. You better join. Talking all that mess. Oh, come on, bro. You can't talk mess and then not join. You gotta be kidding. Ryan. Oh, I'm too busy. Let's see if we get him on here now. What's up, man?
Not much. I ain't busy. It's called I'm being lazy.
Are you sitting in your air-conditioned house up there in the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah. How hot is it up there already?
100 plus already.
Oh, man. This is why we can't be friends. I don't know what I'd do living out there.
I mean, it's not
It's
so
about
bad.
9.
Stay in the shade.
Yeah. It's about 90 here right now, and I'm already miserable.
I'm thinking about going and getting a mister and putting it up on the patio so I can actually enjoy it.
Right?
I mean, I went to Walmart and got me a blow-up pool. I can sit in and enjoy a drink or two.
A drink or two. Hey, if it's an inch deep, you could drown, right, buddy? So be careful.
Gotcha.
Man, there's so much fat in this carne. It's like it's hard to get a sear on it, dude.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Were you gonna make burritos, tacos, eat it by itself?
Yeah, usually when I do carne like this, I just like eating the carne and a piece of corn. I'm good.
Yeah. Is that lunch or breakfast or brunch?
It's all the above.
I had I had bacon, eggs, biscuits, and gravy with sausage.
Nice, nice.
Last night we had a shrimp boil I made with
Shrimp boil?
yeah, shrimp, red
Nice.
potatoes, onion,
Onion? Did you get some onion?
yeah, and it and corn on the cob. I did it all in the Instant Pot.
Oh man,
And
you gotta be kidding me, bro.
yeah,
You're a live fire cooker and you cooking things in an Instapot.
I know. You come over and take that PK from me right there.
I got an extra one.
I'm sure you wouldn't miss it.
I got one in the trailer. But you can't have my one-of-a-kind Santa Maria.
Well, that's what I need and that's what I want.
Well, you better find yourself a fabricator.
What I want and what I get are two different things, huh?
Well, you should know that by now. You've been married before. You should know that.
Was.
Yeah, man. So yesterday I was at San Mateo. You know where that's at? San Mateo State Beach.
Yeah.
We had a college group down there camping for the weekend, so I went over there and cooked for them. Me and my buddy Josh. You met Josh.
Yeah.
We went over there and cooked carne asada and corn. Over there at the campground.
I would have rolled if you would have said something.
Well, parking's really limited, and it's a campground.
Right.
What's up, Carne de Teresa? How you guys doing? Yeah, this next week I'm cooking so this Monday or yesterday I cooked, Friday and the Saturday I cooked a brisket for the men's group at church. Brisket and a pork shoulder. And dude, I was so surprised how good that brisket was.
My last brisket was junk.
I didn't have my paper, right? I forgot it that morning. So I was like, shoot, what am I going to do? I forgot my Thermapen. I was all out of whack, right?
You forgot.
So I grabbed some bamboo sticks. I grabbed some bamboo sticks that the church had in a drawer somewhere. What's up, Beat Down? Just to poke the things, right? And I grabbed some foil, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do this by probe tender and look, I guess. So I went out there, and it cooked overnight. So I put it in at like 3:30 in the afternoon because it had to be ready for the morning because it's a breakfast. So 3:30, I put it in at 200 on the pits and spits. Hook up my fireboard stuff, fill up the hopper, and I leave it at the church. Hopefully the bums will stay away. What's up, Michelle? And then I show up there at 7 the next morning. The fireboard said it ran consistent all night, so I was like, okay, nobody messed with it at least. Show up there at 7. Again, I forgot all my stuff. I just said, you know what, I'm just going to wrap this thing. So I wrapped it in foil. The pork butt was pretty much done already. It was already tender. I wrapped that in foil and just let it rest.
Right.
The brisket I took to about 8:15, and it seemed to be tender enough. So I pulled it. What's up, Michelle? I pulled it and just let it rest for about an hour. But I thought, because I wrapped it in foil, I thought my bark would be destroyed, right?
Bark on the pulled pork or the brisket?
On the brisket, I thought it'd be destroyed just because I wrapped it in foil and not paper.
So when you say destroy, what do you mean by that?
I just thought all the moisture that would build up because of the foil, that it would just mess up my bark.
The problem I have is the bark is normally like dry.
Yeah, right. So you got two dilemmas, right? It's either going to be dry, or it's going to be or it's going to be non-existent because of the foil wrap.
Right.
But what I'm learning is a lot of these guys in Texas, they're making, and this is what I'm going to start doing. So they're making tallow. You know what tallow is?
No.
It's basically rendered down beef fat. So they take all the trimmings from the brisket, they put that in the cooker, they just let it melt down, and then they skim it, they run it through a filter or a strainer, and then what you're left with is what they call tallow. It's beef fat, it's pure white. So what they're doing is, when they're doing their brisket cooks, when they wrap it in the butcher paper, they're melting that down and pouring it on top of the brisket. And then that's giving it the flavor. It's going to make it look really juicy. You know what I mean? So
they pour it over the top. You're pouring it over the top of the paper?
No, I mean they're pouring it over the top of the brisket in the paper. And then they're wrapping it up. So there's just a lot more moisture content inside, okay?
Right.
And then it seems like their brisket's really moist, and everybody's like, wow, how did you get your brisket to stay that moist? Well, there's little tricks of the trade everywhere. So anyways, all that to say, yesterday the brisket I cooked, it didn't ruin the foil. In the foil, it didn't ruin the bark, which I thought it would. And it was still a little tight, so still a little underdone, Just a little, though. It was still tender. It just wasn't like, when they say pull apart tender. It still had a little bit of give to it. So, White Boy Princess 17. What's up, man? So, anyways, needless to say, it was great. I was impressed. Even had me thinking about possibly going back to using foil in a pinch.
I've tried it both ways. I've tried it with butcher paper and foil.
Yeah, and I have too. I mean, my first 2-3 years I was doing it in foil, right? But it seemed like I could never get the exact bark I wanted. That Central Texas style bark. It seemed like my bark was either mushy, meaning like when you put your hand on it to cut it, it would just kind of rub off, or the bark would just washed off, like it wasn't able to withstand the wrap,
See, I haven't had that problem. I just had it where, like, you go to cut it and it wants to string.
It wants to what?
Like, it wants to shred.
Shred. Right. So your edges do that, correct?
Yeah.
So the way you stop that is by rounding off your edges. So take a pair of shears, and once you're done trimming all around it, you go to your edges and you round them off. You take the shears and you just cut and round them off all the way around. Make sure there's no sharp edges on your brisket.
Gotcha.
And they say that will stop the shredding of it. Now you got to also keep in mind, like, if you start to see like the edges of your brisket drying out, stuff like that, you wanna keep it like moist. So like anytime I personally spritz with the apple cider vinegar, I'm mainly spritzing just the edges.
You do that to your brisket?
Yeah. Now, obviously, I'm not doing that throughout the night, like, because I don't stay up all night to cook my brisket.
You don't?
But whenever I wake up in the morning, or before I go, if I start to see the edges drying out, again, you shouldn't have very many because you rounded them off. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the reason why people make their briskets look really circular, and everything's really rounded on them. If you see them, like these professional guys do to them, it's because they're trying to make everything round, and they're trying to make everything so when the smoke flows, it doesn't get caught up on anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, it is baking out here right now. I'm gonna move you over here.
No, it's mine.
Let's see. Bingo.
Well, Labor Day weekend on the 5th, I'm either gonna do burgers and dogs for everyone, or we're gonna do pulled pork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already rented a water slide bouncer for the weekend.
Can you see that right there?
No, bring it down a little bit. Down like
Up or down?
cutting board. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. So I cut it once across, and then I cut it cross grain like this. And that'll make it super tender. It'll make it great for like tacos and burritos too, because it's just more tender, you know.
Right. So you throw
And
it
if I
down.
feel like it, I'll turn it one more way and I'll make it bam like that, you know. So now it's really uniformed. I'm gonna taste it.
All right, well, save me some. I'll be there in about an hour.
Yeah, you should have left about an hour ago. Yeah, this is good. So yeah, even just an hour with this marinade, it actually imparts a lot of flavor on there.
That's cool.
So Chef, I think it's called Chef Burritos.
Huh.
He's got a liquid marinade,
Right.
and I really like it. So, anyways, bro, thanks for jumping on, participating.
No worries at all. It's always good chatting with you.
Are you down here at all during the week anymore?
No. Well, I mean, with the truck, yes, but not with not with my personal car truck.
Oh, okay. All right, man.
Yeah,
Well.
I just drive to and from Escondido, and I try to hurry up and get home because I have the kids to take care of, you know. So.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel.
All right, bro.
We'll catch you later.
All right.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye. Glenn. Yeah. How many tacos you want? Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. So yeah, now I'm just gonna warm up some tortillas and enjoy this wonderful carne asada. I'm gonna warm it up on the 1, 2, 3. I'll warm it up out here since I got the fire going. This is easy enough. A couple tortillas. Since I'm a white guy, I'm gonna go with a couple flour tortillas. What's up, Jason?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
All right.
Want some carne asada?
No. Okay.
Come on, man. You don't know what the good stuff is, Jay.
Yeah.
Seriously, you gotta try at least one piece, man.
All right. Let me go now.
All right. All right, folks, I'm done. You guys take care.
I'm still standing here.